Good day, good people. I'm Brittany, and you're watching Brittany's channel. So today is Movie Monday. On my channel, we're going to be reviewing movies on Mondays. Not every Monday, but that's when you can expect this kind of content on Mondays. Now today, since it's the first movie Monday, we're going to do a double feature. Yep, you heard it. 2 movies in one. We're going to review the 2 Black Cowboy movies on Netflix at this current moment, which are Concrete Cowboy and TheHarderTheyFall. Now, these both recently dropped, but it's been a month, almost about a month since TheHarderTheyFall dropped. Concrete Cowboy dropped a little earlier, but I waited to watch both of these movies because I was honestly scared that they were going to be filled with black trauma, and I hadn't done any research. I didn't watch the trailers or anything because I've just been done wrong by so many directors. The only thing Hollywood pushes, honestly, is black trauma. So I was scared that they were going to taint Black Cowboy genre. Even though it's so new, I was so scared that they were going to just throw trauma in there for us, and that's the only thing. It was going to be about really just like horses and black trauma. But it wasn't, and we're going to get right into that. Okay, first up is Concrete Cowboy. So it was released earlier this year, and it's an hour and 51 minutes long. The 2 main characters are, of course, Idris Elba and Caleb McLaughlin. If I'm not pronouncing that right, my bad. But he's the black guy in Stranger Things. So if you don't know, you can automatically think the 4 kids, the black guy. So I'll read you guys the description on Netflix of what the movie is about. Sent to live with his estranged father for a summer, a rebellious teen finds kinship in a tight-knit Philadelphia community of black cowboys. Okay, let's get into it. My initial thoughts of it. I liked how, in my opinion, this is just me, I liked how realistic it was, because there's not many black cowboy movies. So I didn't know how I was going to take this. I didn't know if it was going to be like just a whole bunch of black trauma and some horses. But it was not that. It was realistic yet vulnerable at times. And I don't want to give away too much, but it's definitely a powerful movie to watch, and I recommend everybody watch it, especially if you're a black man. I think you'd enjoy it. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty and the breakdown of it all. The supporting characters that were with Idris Elba and Caleb, they were actually writers from that city, so they're not actors. That's their life. That's what they do, and they got paid to be in that movie and depict that story. But that's what they do. That's their life. That's where they're from. And I thought that was lit, that they just actually utilize people who know about the lifestyle, who used to it, who know what goes on in that city for real, and they brought them in instead of just paying some cute girl to do it. Paying just random actors to learn how to ride horses and then act. Throughout this whole movie, there's a very inside and intimate look into a father-son dynamic, and there were a lot of highs and lows, especially with them coming together and learning each other. So I think that's a big factor in why I like the movie, because it was honest. It's really cool to see the relationship between the 2, Idris Elba and Caleb. Their relationship grew through the movie. It touches your heart. It touched my heart, touched my soul. I thought it was amazing. I am appreciative that they actually took the time out to make this film, and that the actors went all out and how they did. What did I take away from it? I took away patience, the bigger picture, understanding. I loved the community aspect of the movie. It was like everybody was in it together. And that's a big thing that we need to bring back in our community, togetherness. So that was the highlight of this movie, for sure. This is past Brittany.
Certain traumatic experiences in the black community. I'm going to try my best.
And we're going to stop there. Okay, so what I'm talking about is there was one specific part of the movie that I know as a whole, as a community, we're tired of seeing. But it's the honest truth about what's going on in my community. So it needs to be shown until it stops. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you're just going to have to watch the film. Duh. That's why I'm here, to make sure you are checking out content that needs to be seen. And that includes black movies, black southern movies, black cowboy movies, like these. There were some touching moments, some moments where I was like, I don't know if I want to keep watching this. Just triggering for me personally. But I got through it. I made it through because it was a great film and all. And I just was like, I started watching it and I wanted to see how it played out. So I was going to finish the movie. I was just going to be mad if I was going to be mad. That's how I was going to be. I really hope that I got everything that I wanted to say about the movie out. Hopefully I did. I'm gonna look back at the footage. So I give it an 8 out of 10. It was realistic. It was beautiful. There were moments that I think everybody should definitely pay attention to and see and really take in. The only reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10 is because of the certain black trauma moments. Yeah, it making me cry in the roller coaster of emotions. Like, I was so sad and so happy and so excited and all of those emotions. It took me everywhere. But I learned a lot, honestly, from that movie. I'm not even gonna lie. I learned about inner city stables. Like, me personally, I thought all the stables were in the country. Not even knowing, like, there are horses everywhere, and there have been horses everywhere. They're just not shown. Concrete Cowboy definitely gets like 8 out of 10 from me, and I hope you watch it. And if you watched it, watch it again. Just watch it again. Okay, now we're gonna move into The Harder They Fall. It's probably gonna be in my top 5 list from now moving forward. I'm just being real. If the lighting is changing, it's getting darker. I have the ceiling light on, I have a ring light on, and I have my little heater on because my toes get cold. I got space. Now let's get right into The Harder They Fall. They start throughout the movie off. While these events are fictional, these people existed. We need y'all to know that black cowboys were a thing, are a thing, and will continue to be a thing. And that's what these 2 movies definitely proved. Inner city and back then. And future cowboys. Hopefully we're gonna have a lot of future cowboys. So, my initial thoughts on The Harder They Fall. Cinematically, it was beautiful. The costumes were beautiful. The cast was star-studded. But before I even get into anything, they had Regina King, Idris Elba, Lakeith Stanfield, and of course Jonathan Mayers. He was top dog in here, and so many other names. It was beautifully made. The language in the movie was not too old. They definitely had some slang in there from back in the day, but for the most part, it was modern. It was a modern take on what it would have been like, and I appreciated the beauty of this film so much. It was funny. It was entertaining. The shootouts were amazing. The fights were amazing. It's a great action movie, and it has a lot of aha moments, if you will. Now, the description on Netflix for The Harder They Fall is: hunting for revenge, outlaw Nat Love saddles up with his gang to take down enemy Rufus Buck, a ruthless crime boss who just got sprung from prison. And if you saw, the prison break is in the trailer, so if you watch the trailer, it was one of the most epic prison breaks I've seen in a movie. Well, in a older paced movie, let's say that. What I really appreciated about the movie is what you thought was gonna happen did not happen. What you assumed might have been what's up was not what was up. It was a good rivalry. The 2 gangs, the Nat Love gang and the Rufus Buck gang, they were rivals. And honestly, if you watch the movie, pick your side down, huh? What gang you repping? Because I'm with Nat Love gang. I'm just an honorable person. But I will say, if I got to play a part in this movie, I probably would have been Lakeith Stanfield's girlfriend. He played Cherokee Bill. His character was something else on that movie. The beginning, I fell in love with him because of how his demeanor was and how... I don't want to get too much into it, but definitely Lakeith Stanfield was the star of that movie for me. I just appreciated his character. Overall, the movie was absolutely entertaining. I'm gonna watch it again, probably tonight, just so I can see if I missed anything. Do y'all do that? Do you go back and watch movies right after you watch it, or like a few hours after you watch it, and see what you missed, or see if you can pick up on something you didn't see the first time? I do that all the time. I love movies. That's why we have a Movie Monday here on Brittany's channel. If you subscribe, like, comment. I've been asking y'all to comment throughout this whole video, so like, share, comment, subscribe, all that in the bag of chips. Okay, now let's keep going. With the rivalry, it's like one of those things where you don't want to pick a side. Okay, so let me give you a reference. You know how Thanos wiping out half of the population seemed criminal, but humans destroyed Earth and we were overpopulated, so technically he did the right thing, but he killed so many people. But he did the right thing. If you want to continue to survive and humanity to thrive, you would agree with Thanos. Now this is something similar. Rufus Buck's gang, they wanted a certain goal, and the goal was admirable, but the way they were going about that goal was wrong as hell. It was wrong as hell. Can we just talk about Regina King for a second, just a moment? In this film, she was the baddest, the grand dame, the boss, if you will. That's all I'm gonna say. You can watch the trailer and tell that, but if you have not seen this movie, just watch it for her. Just her alone. Her alone. It was great. Her part in this movie, she played to a T. You couldn't tell me this was not made back in the day. This was not a true story. The way they played this, you can tell me this was not a true story. Both movies were amazing. So if I had to finish it up, I would give TheHarderTheyFall a 10 out of 10 because, like I said, the cast was amazing. They played their parts. The costumes were amazing. The film in general, the how it looked, the cinematic shots, everything was perfect. All the details were together. It was entertaining. It was funny. They had action. It's my movies that I love. They have everything. In The Harder They Fall, they have everything you could possibly enjoy and imagine in a film. So you should watch it if you have not watched it. So both of them were great. Both of them probably gonna get a second watch from me. What else can I say before I end it out? I think everybody should watch these two movies because they are for the culture, and you know, they count streams, right? Like YouTube, Netflix should count streams. So I personally would say watch this movie again if you've seen it already, and if you have not seen it, go watch both of them. Either of them. If you have not seen either of them, go watch both of them. I don't care. Just go support other Black creators and creatives. That's really all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this first Movie Monday. That's why I gave y'all 2 movies. Get excited about it. This probably won't be reoccurring, doing multiple movies in the same video. But I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I feel like this was to start off the channel and start off this series. Why not? The next Movie Monday is definitely going to be during Vlogmas, so it's going to be a Christmas thing. I gave both of them pretty high ratings. They were both great. They both had amazing moments for the culture. And I'm just really glad that they were made and that they done well on Netflix. I was checking it today, and The Harder They Fall is still number 7. And that movie came out in the first week of November. It's the last week of November, so that's lit. I'm gonna keep watching it. You should too. That's why I'm gonna post this. But yeah, that's the end of this movie review. As I continue to do these, I'll get better at explaining movies and not spoiling them. I hate when people spoil movies, so I'm gonna try my best to not spoil anything. But yeah, that's all from me. so far, I think I covered everything, and I really hope y'all watch these movies and enjoy them as much as I did, because they were amazing. They were executed perfectly. I think they definitely were a plus for the culture, our culture. We don't need no more slave movies. Just give us black cowboy movies from here on out. Thank you.